there was just an incredibly loud thud, like a chunk, like a something really heavy landing. Well, I thought I heard some, like, things breaking too. And all of a sudden, like, it was coming from the front of the apartment building. Ollie's apartment, his window goes out to the side. So he ran over to his friend's apartment that has a window leading out to the front, and he looked down. And there was this giant concrete block that was now blocking the front door. And there were like tractor tracks on the sidewalk. And then he heard another huge ka-chunk, this time on the back. I ran to a friend that had a window on the back wall of the apartment. And he looked out, and there, blocking the utility entrance in the back, was another big old chunk of concrete. I was like, what on earth is going on here? Excuse me. He called the superintendent, like the property manager for the building. I said, oh, I was about to call you. I don't know what's going on. There's some crazy guys just dropped 2 big old concrete blocks blocking everybody into the building. Well, does he said anything? I said, yeah. He said, I heard him yelling your name, like yelling Ollie the octopus. I said, uh-oh. Where is he now? I'm not sure. I can't see from my window. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, with the big tractor, I assume. Well, I went up to the roof. I could see, just walk easily and see all 4 sides. I spotted the tractor on the side where his apartment window looked out, actually. Standing on top of the tractor was... Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was. It was an old nemesis. Sean McGee. Sean McGee was a petty criminal. And Ollie, about a year ago, had caught Sean, busted him, and Sean had been sent to jail. Here he was again. Must have gotten out, Ollie said. And Sean saw Ollie up on the top of the roof. And he said, I've got you now, Ollie. You stinker, I'll get you for what you've done to me. Now you've no way out. And I'm gonna I bought this t-shirt cannon. I'm gonna break your window. I said, okay. You're just mad at me because I got you locked up? Well, he shouted that. He didn't just say it calmly because, had to get down to the ground. And Sean said, yes, of course. And he pulled out this big bazooka-looking thing, and he fired. And it was a t-shirt cannon, so it fired a t-shirt up toward Ollie, where he was on the roof. It just sort of flew and landed near Ollie. Pretty harmless. But it would have broken his window if they fired it at a window. He said, Sean, this isn't smart. You're going to end up back in jail. I said, you don't tell me what to do, you stinking octopus detective. I thought to himself, if he's going to insult me, he's going to have to do better than just saying literally what exactly I am. But he shouted back down, Sean, we can talk about this, but you don't need to endanger a whole apartment building full of people. And Sean yelled again, you don't get to tell me what to do. You're not even a cop. I don't know how you got me arrested. Well, I said, Sean, I got you arrested because I'm a detective, and I've found you out. Okay, it's my job. It's not the only thing I do, but it's something that I do. It's nothing personal. I said, well, it's personal to me. I've been sitting in jail for a year. A year. I said, and how do you think this is going to end, Sean? It's going to end with me wrecking your apartment. That's how it's going to end. And Sean took aim and fired the t-shirt cannon kind of at Ollie's apartment window, like it was in the general, right part of the building. Well, I wasn't quite sure, and then he realized, my mailing address is out there. But the t-shirt bounced harmlessly off the wall. And so Sean took it down and started to load it again. And that's when Ollie decided to execute his plan. He'd been thinking of a plan the whole time. While Sean was reloading the t-shirt cannon, Ollie darted off to the opposite side of the building. And he just started climbing down the outside wall. As he climbed down, which was, it's brick. It wasn't comfortable, but for an octopus, it's entirely doable. You could hear Sean yelling, "There you go, you lily-levered octopus person. I've got you trapped. You can't hide. You can't escape. I'm going to wreck your apartment, then I'm coming in after you." At this point, Ollie was, 2/3 of the way down. I thought, how could he come in after me if he's got the door? Well, that's not my problem. And he came around. He snuck around the side. He poked his head around the side of the thing and saw that Sean was taking aim again. I thought, I'm going to have to risk it. And Sean fired. And it almost hit Ollie's window. He was getting closer. Sean muttered something and yelled and started reloading the t-shirt cannon. And when Sean wasn't looking, Ollie darted out and got underneath the tractor that the guy was standing on. And then he got up inside the tractor. And he had the controls. And he was just waiting now. Sean picked up the t-shirt cannon again and took aim again. And right as he was lining up, Ollie put it in reverse. Whoa! And he fell down and he fired the t-shirt cannon right in the ground, and the t-shirt cannon burst open all over the place. And powder and t-shirt bits and little bits of metal went flying. I thought, whoa, didn't mean that to be quite so percussive. And, Sean had fallen off the tractor. Then Ollie took the bucket of the tractor. He put it right down on top of Sean. And he took out the keys. And went down. I said, "Sean, you okay in there?" And he was hopping mad. He was kicking the bucket, but you can't, as a person, lift up the bucket of a truck or a tractor. Yeah, like the little scoopy thing, like the big shovel, like the big, that. Ollie turned it facing down and landed it right on top of him like a cap. Like turning a cup upside down on a bug. And Sean was kicking and yelling and said, "I'm going to get you for this, Ollie. You just wait till I get out from underneath here." But Ollie wasn't really listening. He was walking back toward the front. The police had already arrived, so Ollie just handed him the keys and pointed to the tractor. And the police said, "Oh, man. So you're telling me you got this guy trapped underneath that tractor?" I said, "Yeah, he's not in any danger, but you probably want to get him out soon before he wears himself out and hurts himself on the underside of that thing." And the two cops looked at each other and said, "Phil, do you know how to work a tractor?" I said, "Yeah, actually I do. I grew up on a farm." "All right, Phil. Well, let's get a little bit of backup. I feel like we want to cover this guy on all sides. Say he's got a t-shirt cannon in there?" I said, "Oh, yeah, but it's busted. It won't be able to do anything." I said, "All right." It's like a cannon that fires t-shirts. It's easier to get than like an actual firearm because it's just t-shirts. Well, if they were going fast, they could go break a window. Usually fire them like at stadiums and stuff. Don't worry about it.
Why?
Don't worry about it. To give away the t-shirts. And I just went across and said, "Hey guys, I'm gonna go get a cup of coffee. Let me know when you need me." I said, "Ollie, do you actually know how to drive a tractor?" I said, yeah, yeah. So, well, once we get this guy arrested, we should probably, take these concrete blocks and get him out of the way of your doors. At least temporarily, just so people can get out. I said, sure, sure. I don't mind at all. It's been a while since I've driven a tractor, and it might be kind of fun. So Ollie sat and had a coffee. And the coffee shop owner gave him that one for free, because what a show that was. And then after they got the guy arrested, Ollie did give him a coffee for free, yes. And after the guy was in the police car and driving away, Ollie went and took the tractor and pulled the big old concrete blocks out of the way. And the superintendent came out and said, "Whoa, man, they broke up the steps, broke the handrail, damaged the plants. Hope that guy has insurance or something. We're going to have to sue for this." I said, yeah, I don't know how much he's got to sue for, but he's certainly got a case. And that was Ollie in the case of the Rude Awakening.